Hi guys, so I just want to respond to this tweet from Dr. Rakib Ehsan, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. Before I respond to the tweet, I just want to make a point of something I've noticed a lot by people on the right is that they will overuse academic titles. So in this case, he's using the title doctor. Now, I don't know how relevant it is to most of the things he posts on Twitter, especially, for example, in regards to Brexit. Being a doctor means nothing. I prefer if people were just to use their first and surname instead of using their titles as well, because it, in a sense, it gives them, or it attempts to give them some type of authority on a subject. Now, authority on a subject is important and is relevant if the subject we're talking about requires something like a PhD or a doctorate. But if we're talking about Brexit, no. And I do notice people on the right tend to use someone with a title to reinforce a position, to reinforce an argument, which is just ridiculous, because an argument stands or falls on its own merit. It doesn't matter who's actually saying it. Anyway, let's get to the tweet, which is interesting. So he says, "To this day, it amazes me how Brexit is framed as a xenophobic country detaching itself from an oasis of tolerance and open-mindedness in the form of the EU. Based on my own public attitudes researched, there is arguably a stronger case for portraying it the other way around." I just want to respond, just to show you also a response to his tweet, which is from Larry Wilder, says, "Correct. All the institutions of the EU are self-serving to the idea of European superstate run by unelected officials." That always bugs me, because didn't Nigel Farage win an election, a European election, and sit in the European Parliament? And didn't he win that seat through proportional representation, not through first past the post? But anyway, the EU is undemocratic. Xenophobia in the case of Brexit is redundant. It is more akin to the UK waking up to the realities that the EU is really all about, namely its bureaucracy. Okay, so just back to the main tweet here. So he says that the UK is leaving this oasis of tolerance and open-mindedness, but in reality it's the opposite. So I really wonder where he got the idea that some people think that that Brexit was xenophobic. I honestly don't know where people got this idea that, you know, the UK needs to leave the European Union, and it's nothing to do with race, or it's nothing to do with immigration, or it's nothing to do with hordes of people coming into the UK. No, it's all about bureaucracy. It's all about the undemocratic European Union. But I would like maybe the doctor to expand on this in the future. He's a fellow at the Henry Jackson Institute or Society, which is a right-wing think tank, although it has been challenged on that in the sense that it has invited also left-wing speakers. So maybe it's not a right-wing think tank. It has been accused of being neoliberal and ultra-conservative. And also the doctor here writes as a columnist for Spiked Online, which is a right-wing online magazine. Anyway, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. Why not become a Patreon and enjoy access to our Discord server, where we share news, chat, and have some fun? If you become a patron, you can also make video suggestions on topics that are important to you. Check it out via the link in the description.